Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Holly with Journal with Dolly, and today we're doing some glue booking. Hooray! I put a video on, not a video, what am I on about? I put a poll, whatever that word is, P-O-L-L. I put one of those on my Instagram last week and asked what people might want to see next, and I gave them a choice of 90s magazine harvest, Gluebook with me, or a journal with me. And at the time, a Gluebook with me had won, when I'd filmed this video, had won by like 2 marks, and then the next day when I'd filmed this video, the journal with me had won by like 3 points. So apologies that you didn't actually want this, but as it was such a close margin, I was like, I'm still going to upload it because clearly someone wants to see it. So I'm sorry that this isn't technically what you voted for, but at the time I did the video last week, this genuinely was the winner. So basically what I'm doing is we're doing a bit of glue booking today. I decided to work in my colour glue book, and on this particular page we're doing a rainbow page, so basically bright colours. That's essentially the rule. Anything that's bright, eye-catching, has a lot of different colours on it, preferably things with like rainbow colours, but doesn't have to be, as you'll see as we're going through this, but these are mainly images that I've found which don't particularly go well into one colour, but also I wouldn't use in my regular journals or another glue book, so these are kind of the leftovers, I suppose, so that's why they're here, or they genuinely have rainbow colours and that's why they're there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using lots of different things, okay. In this pile we've got stuff from magazines, all sorts of magazines, like Harper's Bazaars, new ones, retro magazines, 1990s and 2000s magazines like noughties, and those include things like Vogue and Elle. I've also got things like National Geographics that I've used, that I've cut up, home magazines. My favourite is Elle Decor, I think it's called, Decorate or something. There's also Home Style, that's a really cheap one, it's like $1.99, it's super cheap. And then I've also used a few books in here as well, so book images, so books that I have purposely bought for cutting up. I usually get those from charity shops or sometimes TK Maxx if they're cheap enough. If you go upstairs to TK Maxx or TJ Maxx if you're in America, if you pop upstairs, usually in our stores anyway, there's a clearance section, and especially in the children's book bit, you can usually get books for like 49p, 60p, £1, stuff like that. So always worth having a little look in TK to see if you can get any good bargains. That's the same as obviously Home Sense. So I don't know if America has Home Sense, but Home Sense is the homeware part of TK Maxx. So TK Maxx obviously sells a few bits of home stuff, but Home Sense is all home stuff, and it's my favourite shop in the world. I absolutely love it. Pixie, come here then. Come here. Why are you just staring at me? I'm not having you crying on my video, okay? Come here. Here we go. Sorry guys, dog cuddle interlude. What was I saying? So yeah, those are some places that you can get like really good cheap books from, and like I say, charity shops as well. What am I doing? Oh, you might see me like having a little groove now and again while you're watching this video, because when I'm doing a voiceover video like this, where I know that I'm going to be speeding it up, I usually listen to my little radio. Will bought me about, was it not this Christmas, but last Christmas, 2021, he got me a Roberts Radio Petite, which is so cute. It's a little DAB radio. It has Bluetooth built into it as well, so you can I can put my audiobooks on there, my own music, whatever. Excuse me. But I like listening to Radio X, which is like a rock and indie radio station. They sometimes play other stuff as well. And halfway through this, they decided to throw in Faithless, Insomnia. And I was like, what the hell? Let's get the rave on. So I couldn't help myself. Had a little boogie there. So if you notice that, then that's what that is. Usually with these Gluebook pages, I usually have some idea of what I'm going for. So I usually have like a theme that I have created, or thought a story that I've got in my head that I want to kind of try and tell through the art of collage. That is the nerdiest line I've ever said in my life. But essentially, yeah, that's what I always try and do. I try and always make a little story up. I know some people like random stuff where they just stick anything down, and those look really good for other people, but for me, like this one here, this page that I'm showing you here, that was all based on London. I don't know, I really can't do it. Like, I have to have some sort of theme. Now, the irony in me saying all this is that this page started out with potentially a theme, and then the theme just died. Like, literally just didn't happen at all. So you're seeing my full process here from literally start to finish of doing my Gluebook. So we started off obviously with the folder. We took all the images out. I went through them all, tried to think what I might want to use. I might be inspired by a word that I see, or maybe one image, and I want to make the picture all about that one thing. So what I did with this is, my idea was that I was going to make it all like a festival, because obviously I had all these people dancing. I've got a little festival banner at the bottom there. The girl with the makeup on and stuff. I was like, oh my god, yeah. And we can do it all about like eyeshadows and things, and do it because I had loads of eyeshadow palettes and stuff that I wanted to use. And I was like, yeah, it's an amazing idea. And then as we got going, that idea just kind of died. I don't know. So at the end result isn't necessarily a theme that I would have been happy with at the start. I like the way it turns out. You'll have to tell me if you like the way it turns out. But it's not what I was particularly envisioning. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah. So with that in mind, there isn't really a theme with this one. I attempted a theme, but there wasn't enough correlating images to make a particular theme. So I guess the theme is just rainbow party. Let's all party. Whoop whoop. Pixie Poo, why are we being so needy? Nice, thank you. I don't know if you can hear this snuffling, but oh god. Ew. That's dog kisses. I don't know if you can hear that. She's literally like sat on me. Sit on me then if you want to sit on me. Oh, right. Go away then. What are you doing? Oh, Lord. I don't like her when she licks me. Will's out this week, and I'm going to come on to this in a little bit and tell you what's happening this weekend. But she can't really settle when one of us is out, especially Will. She's such daddy's girl. It really annoys me. But yeah, she's wanting lots of attention and cuddles when I'm busy. Not now, Pixinator, please. Hey, let's just sit there. So, yeah. So that's the idea behind the page. Literally just, it did end up random. So, rainbow party, rainbow festival, rainbow, like, eyes. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I couldn't fit all of the eye palettes on there because I still wanted to see some of that background. So, yeah, it didn't end up really what I wanted at all. But yeah, it ends up okay. I'll let you decide if you like the end result or not. But yeah, so what I'm actually going to tell you about now. So, I've had genuinely like one of the worst weeks of work I have ever had in my life. It has been really, really horrible. I don't know what else to say. Every day I've come home and I have literally just fallen in a heap and just not done anything. Either watch TV, half alive. I couldn't even be bothered to read. You know, I love my reading and I just wasn't even in the mood to read. Crafting has definitely not been on the cards. I did some cutting maybe on Wednesday night and that was it. So yeah, I've been feeling really, really shite. in all honesty. There's not really another word for it. The reason I think it's been so stressful is that Monday and Tuesday, the programme manager was off work 'cause she was really ill. So we were meant to have a new building open up last week on campus, and then it was delayed to this week. And then on Monday morning it transpired that all of the rooms that it said, so like if you were in D104, it meant you were actually in D105. And let me tell you, when you're dealing with a class of like 15 to 20 16 to 18 year olds, they get a bit peed off, you know, especially teenage boys, and when they're hard to engage anyway and they don't want to be there, gets really tricky. So yeah, it's just been really, really mental, and just really hard. And I know obviously going into teaching that was going to be a thing. I think I've been quite lucky so far in that, thankfully, I've got lots of experience in kind of, not teaching per se, but teacher environments. So I've worked at college now for 4 years and a bit, or maybe coming up, 4 years, 2019, so let's think, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 4 years this October. There we go. So I worked there for that long, and obviously in the main of those 3 years, I was going into high schools and secondary schools and chatting to kids, and so I've always had that. And then my job before that was working on a children's, teenage program, summer program, and kind of facilitating all of the admin that goes behind the scenes with that, during the year. So yeah, I'm pretty well established with this sort of stuff, and I've been doing like PSHE lessons for as long as I can remember. So things about like going into rooms and talking about life skills and all that kind of stuff, because you don't technically have to be a trained teacher to do that. So I've been doing that for all those years as well. So I've always known that I would kind of hit the ground running when I did get my first teaching job. However, this has like on another level. Like, I cannot explain what they are wanting me to do at this time. Like, you got to remember that I am not a trained teacher. You know, I obviously, like I say, I've worked in education for a long time, but I haven't got a PGCE. I haven't done the training. I haven't got that piece of paper to say that I am a fully qualified teacher. Wonderfully, my lovely team believe in me and are paying for me to do my PGCE starting in September. And I'm currently getting paid as a fully qualified teacher, which I'm not going to complain about, thank you very much. And I'm doing the full job as a fully qualified teacher as well, including marking, all the safeguarding stuff, teaching the lessons, planning the lessons, editing the lessons, working with all my SEND kids. Yeah, I'm doing the whole shebang. Leading revision sessions, all this kind of thing. You also got to remember, I ain't done GCSE English since I was 16 myself. So we're going back 11 years, 12 years there. Fully different exam board, fully different content, fully different everything. So I'm having to learn it as I'm going along, having to remind myself what's an adverb, what's an adjective, what's a pronoun, what's a... God, I don't know, what's a simile, what's a metaphor, what's all these things. And, you know, it's a lot. It really is a lot. And then Monday, I had a really bad day because Sunday I had really, really bad Sunday night feeling. I don't know if anyone else gets this. I mean, it's a pretty known thing. I'm sure you do. But Sunday night comes around. If you have a Monday to Friday job, Sunday night comes around and then you get that like gut-wrenching, horrible feeling that you realise you're back at work soon. And I'm getting that even today. It's Saturday today and I'm still getting that now, which is ridiculous. I've still got all tomorrow off, but then I'm like, oh God, but then I'm back there. I don't like feeling that about work. I very, very rarely get that feeling. I love going to work. I actually love my job. I love seeing colleagues, I love seeing the kids, even when I'm feeling mentally drained or my IBS is really bad or whatever, I'll always go to work and just try my best, and I love it. So I'm not used to having bad Sunday night anxiety, bad Sunday night feeling. It's not something I'm used to. So anyway, Monday came around, and obviously first thing was like, bam, manager isn't here, the rooms are messed up, blah blah blah. I just was like, oh my god, what the hell. And I ended up having a cry in the middle of the day, just sat at my desk in the middle of the staff room, and everyone was like, are you okay? And I was just like, my god, I don't know. But I felt like I had major imposter syndrome. I don't know if anyone's aware of imposter syndrome, but it's a type of anxiety. I don't forget this. So it was very odd for me to get this, but I'm very self-confident, and I'm very confident as in general, which is why it's such a juxtaposition, language feature there, that I have such bad anxiety, because actually I'm a very, very confident person. So the fact that I had this imposter syndrome, it's kind of where you feel like you shouldn't be doing the thing that you're doing, or you're not worthy enough to do that job, or you feel like you've been put there by accident, or it's not because of your accolades, it's not because of your hard work, it's by chance, and it's not fully deserved, and all this kind of thing. I was feeling all those feelings on Monday, and I'm like I say, I'm not used to feeling that at all. But I genuinely did. I just felt so out my depth and so just shit. I ain't got any other words for it. Genuinely just absolutely crap. So anyway, the deputy head of my department came over and gave me a hug, and she was just absolutely lovely. And she was just like, you're doing an absolutely amazing job. You do better than some of the trained teachers we have. So please don't think that you're crap, because you're absolutely not. She was like, every TA that I've had, teaching assistant has said that you're brill, and that, you're so well known across the college, especially I worked there for so long. They were like, I've had people saying to me, oh, have you got Holly on your team now? And then she said, yeah, and they're like, oh, you're so lucky to have her. And that genuinely was so nice to hear. I really honestly think that's so sweet. So yeah, that made me feel a little bit better. But then Tuesday came around, and I was still feeling a bit odd. Wednesday the vibes were off all over. The kids were off, the staff were off, everything was weird. My manager was back, but things still weren't properly sorted. And I just felt really odd and weird, and just like the kids were being mouthy and just really, really gobby and swearing and just been really, really awful. I'm just like, please leave, like, don't speak to me. Yeah, just can't be bothered. I say kids, remember, I'm in a college, so these kids are 16 plus, I'm working with up to adults. So some of these kids are like 19 odd, and I'm like, babes, you're like 6 years younger than me. Like, well, I wish, but you know what I mean. You're only a bit younger than me. Like, please stop. Like, why are you being so weird? Like, are you not embarrassed? I don't know. So yes, that was my week. Thursday and Friday got a little bit better. I felt a bit better then, because things were going obviously back to normal, knew where I was, blah, blah, blah. Hoping Monday is going to be different, because I know where I am now. I know what's happening. The kids should know what's happening. Teething problems and everything should be out the way and done with. So yeah, but this weekend it was very, very needed. I am very happy just to be chilling this weekend. I had offers to go out and offers for plans, and I turned them all down, because sometimes, guys, you have to say no, and that's fine. It's okay to say no and realise what you need and what you want. And I didn't want to see anyone this weekend. Sounds really awful. I lie, I'm seeing one friend tomorrow, but I'll tell you in a little bit. But basically today, Will's on a stag do for his cousin. I'm at his wife's to-be baby shower next weekend in Hull. So I'm going back for the day and then coming back on the train on the evening. So, I've already got plans then. But, yeah, he's on a stag do in Manchester with his dad and his uncles and his cousins and everything. So he's having a great time. So I've literally today, I took the dog on a big walk to the big park this morning. I went to the library, took some books back. There wasn't really anything grabbing my attention. I only got 4 books, probably more actually than I need, because I've got about a bagillion, is that a word? Bazillion, McFrillion, I don't know. I've got hundreds of books at home that need reading, but hey, it's different when it's a library book and it's in cellophane. I just love it. So I got a few books from there, and then I had a mooch round Morrison's and went and got some food for the weekend, and I've treated myself to some nice crusty bread and some herby Italian ham and some nice quality butter, which we all know now is an absolute, you know, like gold dust. I mean, it costs frigging £7 for a large pack. Don't even get me started. So, you know, treating yourself to some butter, why not? So yeah, I have had a very nice day, just chilling, and then I came home and had a nap, which I'm trying not to do on my weekends now because I feel like I'm sleeping a lot more than I'm doing anything else, but I'm tired. I genuinely am so tired. So I had a nap for a couple of hours, and the dog came and laid with me, and that was lovely. And then I got up and I did some crafty stuff, so that was lovely, and now I'm doing this. So yeah, that's been this weekend. Tomorrow I am going to, what's it called? Oakwell Hall. It's in Batley. If you're from round here, you talk a bit like that. I'm not from round here. I'm from East Yorkshire. But if you're from West Yorkshire, if you're a Wessie, then you talk a bit funny and say things like "hey up" and stuff like that. So going to Batley to this hall, and we're taking Doggy for a foot walk, and we're gonna trek through moors and go round there. Yeah, it's just all like that. It's like Wuthering Heights. If anyone's ever read Wuthering Heights, that's how everyone speaks around here. So, and they have the audacity to talk about my accent and say that my Sirs are horrible. You know, we're all Yorkshire folk. Why can't we all just get on, eh? But yeah, so I'm going there with Pixie's Leeds grandma. She's my lovely friend called Helen, who is retired now, and we worked together when I first started at the college, and I absolutely love her to pieces. So she's driving us, and we're going to go for a walk around there. It's like a lovely listed house. It's beautiful. So we'll walk around there. There's a little cafe. Might get a scone and a cup of tea. Well, I won't be getting a cup of tea. I don't like hot drinks, but might be getting a scone and, I don't know, a Coke. Real traditional there, or a slice of cake or something. So we're going to go do that. That'll be lovely. Obviously Will's coming back tomorrow. F1 starts again, I think. I don't know if it ever ended. Constant zooming noises in my head. I don't know if it starts or if it doesn't. So he's going to come back and watch the racing, and then hopefully I won't get horrible Sunday night feeling and I'll be okay. So my plan for this evening, for the rest of the evening, it's dark now. Pixie won't need a big walk. I took her out this morning, so I'm going to take her down for a wee in the garden. And then I'm going to come up here, and I've got loads of jobs to do, which is really boring. But there's loads of laundry in the front room that needs folding and putting away. My bedroom's an absolute tip, because like I said, both me and Will were both really down this week and just couldn't face doing any sort of housework after work. Like, the house is disgusting. I'm not even just saying that. Like, genuinely, it's minging. I'm looking at the kitchen now, and there's just stuff everywhere. Like, it's awful. So I'm gonna sort the kitchen out. Gonna like put some washing on. Might have a bath. You know, just proper chill out. I'm gonna do some crafty stuff. Put my music on. Try and stay up a little bit later, just because it is the weekend, you know, let's go wild. Might even have a Baileys. Might even really push the boat out. Let's have a little boozer on my own. So yeah, I'm not sure yet, but that's the plan. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. What I'm doing now is I'm just sticking the words on. There weren't any words that I really liked, to be fair, but Pride, Weather Rainbow, that kind of matched, I guess, with the vibe of the picture. Friggin' no, I don't know, but you know, like I say, this isn't my most favourite page I've ever done, but it's what I filmed, so that's what you're getting. Sorry guys. Also, I really do need to become better on Instagram again. I used to be absolutely hot shit and used to post like every single day, and I'm just not done it in forever, and I'm really sorry about that. Like, I need to get better at it. So if you follow me on Insta, yeah, hopefully tomorrow when the daylight's back, I'll take a picture and I'll be like, let's go, and I'll try and get better at posting every single day again, because I miss my interactions on Insta. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've ever suffered from imposter syndrome, let me know. If you've got any lovely plans this weekend, let me know. If you like this Gluebook page, let me know. If you've come up with a story for it or whatever, then let me know. Comment. I love all your comments. I don't reply to every single one, but I do love every single one, and I do really read them and really enjoy reading them, so please do that. Like the video, share it, subscribe, do everything else, and yeah, that's about it. I will see you soon, but thanks for all your love, guys. Thanks for always being here. And yeah, that's about it, I think. Right, I'll see you soon. Ta-ra, take care, love ya, bye, cheers, bye.